Welcome everyone back to Wrestlers News. I am your host Laz, and today we will be starting a new series called Star That Show, where I will be reviewing every single pay-per-view's matches in a 1 to 5 starring system. 1 being it was a horrible match, 2 being it was like that, it was okay, whatever, 3 being an average match, 4 being, wow, that was a great match, 5 being, that match basically blew my mind. I am, like, gone bonkers about the match. Basically, if you want a 5-star match, watch Adam Cole and Johnny Wrestling's match, or Walter and Pete Dunne. But guys, this is the new series, Start That Show. I will be doing it after every NXT pay-per-view and after every main roster pay-per-view. And yeah, guys, if you guys will leave a like and subscribe. And now let's get on with the video. This is the WrestleMania edition of Start That Show. First match on the kickoff show of WWE WrestleMania was Buddy Murphy versus Tony Abs. I found that a very unexpectedly actually pretty good match. It was very high flying, just like how 205 is. Fast paced match. Just in general, a good match. Had some really good last kick out moments. A lot of good moments. I think this match deserves a 3-star. Average match. Wasn't anything that blew your mind, but wasn't that bad. I think it deserves 3 stars. That's everything. These sort of battle royal matches, you can't really rate them too high because it had a whole mixture of everyone. A couple of NXT superstars were in there, and they didn't even have a entrance. Really, they just came down with everyone, so it really didn't spotlight them too much. In the end, one of the Riot Squad members put out Asuka, thinking she won, and then Carmella came up from behind. The hometown girl from Staten Island came up from behind because she was just hanging around probably under the ring, and threw her out, and Carmella was your women's battle royal winner. And in general, I would just give this a 2-star. Wasn't too entertaining. Not too much to say about a battle royal. Basically, every battle royal isn't the best ever. You really just have to have the Royal Rumble for it to actually be pretty entertaining. This match in general was just a really good match. It had a lot of moments where the Revival were playing really good bad guys and calling Kurt Hawkins a loser, saying he will never win, making fun of Zack Ryder because he would choose Kurt Hawkins out of everyone to be his tag team partner. And it was just a good back and forth match where Kurt Hawkins finally got his moment to shine in the ring, and he pinned one of the Revival members, and that was after a DDT to the head, so he didn't really know what he was doing, and he looked really confused when he actually pinned one of the Revival members. And that was the end of the losing streak over 200 days of Kurt Hawkins. I found this was a really good feel-good moment for WrestleMania. Not a full WrestleMania moment, but a good feel-good moment to start off to be in the kickoff show. I would rate this a 4 stars out of 5. Once again, you had the annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This was really just an excuse for jobbers to get a WrestleMania match. At the beginning of the match, the two Tonight hosts slid under the ring because they really don't have WrestleMania experiences. There's fast eliminations in the beginning, and just like no surprise, EC3 was eliminated within the first minute or two, which I think is not good because he is such a good wrestler and they were not training him great at all. And you can even see the way that EC3 expresses his feelings sometimes when he's around the ring, that he doesn't like the position he's in. What I think was funny was one of the Tonight hosts bring his therapist in for Braun Strowman, and then Braun Strowman proceeded to chuck him around and say that's what he's gonna do to him. And before that, we had the moment where we kind of thought they would eliminate Braun Strowman with the Hardy Boys, but that never really happened. And then Braun Strowman just eliminated them both, it was more of a fun match than the women's battle royal, just because of mostly that last moment. So I would give this a 3-star out of 5. Alright, we had the first match of the actual Wrestlemania show, which was surprisingly Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, which I expect because Brock Lesnar lost the match. He wanted to be first show and then just be out of WrestleMania. And maybe because the women were around main eventing and not Brock Lesnar. You know how Brock Lesnar gets. He all just wants to pay. I found this match, it didn't live up to its hype. It had the beginning, which was a fast start. Brock Lesnar attacked Seth Rollins before the match began. He got his ass whipped, and then he threw him back in the ring. And then Brock Lesnar accidentally hit the referee. And then Seth Rollins hit a low blow. Then 3 curb stomps, then the match was over. So really, the match technically only lasted about 2 or 3 minutes, which I found wasn't good for what it could have been. So I gave this worst match of the night, probably worst match of the night, too overhyped. I give this only a 1 star. Once again, with this match, Randy Orton versus AJ Styles, I find that it had so much expectation that this could have blown the roof off the building. Ironically, how it doesn't have a roof, but I think this could have been match of the night, but it just really downfalled. It was a pretty slow match, not too excited. The only exciting part of the match was near the beginning, middle, when someone got kicked out of the crowd, and then the crowd was cheering for that. And Randy Orton thought they were cheering for him, so he tried to hype up the crowd more. They still got a little hyped, but it was really just for the kicked out guy. But it did have a few moments where he teased the RKO Randy Orton, but then it just ended with phenomenal forearm, 1, 2, 3, and that was the match. Could have been so much better than it really was, could have stole the show, but it only got 2-star. In my opinion, I really like this match. I think all these guys have such great talent, especially the Usos, and hearing that they signed with WWE, renewed their contract again, is just so great. How talented Aleister Black and Ricochet are, and the Bar and Nakamura and Rusev are all great wrestlers. I think they put together such a great match, especially when Cesaro was spinning Ricochet around, and Sheamus was smashing in Aleister Black's chest. I think that was a great moment. It was a fast-paced match. There was a big suplex towards the end of the match, and you could see Ricochet almost tried to land on his feet, which that looked like he could have broken his leg, but he didn't land on his feet. But he was the only one who really survived that match. Then it ended with the Usos hitting the double kick to the face, and then the Usos won. I rate this overall 4 stars out of 5. I would say this was the second best match of the night. This match started off a very, very fast paced. It just started off with big knockbacks between both The Miz and Shane, and then Shane had The Miz set up on a table and going for a signature move off top rope with an elbow drop through the table. But then The Miz's dad came out and then distracted the Shane McMahon, and then put up his fists up saying he was going to fight. And then as a joke, Shane fixed his form and then attacked Miz's dad. And then that's what lit the fire in The Miz. Basically, throughout the rest of the match, they went through the crowd, and The Miz just beat the living hell out of Shane. Shane barely got moving the rest of the match. And obviously, it's not a Shane match without a big fall or a big moment. So what happened was they went on top of the camera stand, and then they went to very top, and then The Miz suplexed him off the top, and they landed right on the wooden ground, which was covered up by foam. But still, it was a great moment. It got a great reaction. And then, of course, because someone had to win one of Shane's arm just went over the Miz, and then the ref count 1, 2, 3, and Shane ended off the winner, which means this feud could go on past WrestleMania. Even though WrestleMania is technically the end of the season, it can still go on with their feud going to the next pay-per-view, maybe even the other one, until the feud finally ends and either Miz turns bad or the Miz just wins in general. Something will happen, but the Miz will come out the winner in the end of this feud. What I would rank this, it was a great match. I would rank this a good 4 stars. I kind of missed this whole match. I had to quickly do something, this was the match that I would pick to do something. I had to finish up something. The Iconics won the match. I'd give this default flat 3 stars. This match only lasted about 1 or 2 minutes. Rey Mysterio got some good combat in at the beginning, but then once Samoa Joe saw him slip, got a little mistake, put in the Corquita clutch, and Rey Mysterio passed out, and he lost the match. Samoa Joe retained the championship. I was gonna initially give this a 1 star because I did not like the way this match was. Only 2 stars, just a squash match. I don't think they should have done that to Rey Mysterio. But you have to take in he was injured. So, just for the benefit of the doubt for Rey Mysterio, I'm giving this 2 stars out of 5. Hey, look, Roman Reigns wasn't in the main event. That's a first. But we all know who took the main event, the women's. We will get to that in a second. But this match was, it wasn't too good. It had a couple back and forth moments, but then it just ended quickly. It was a 10-minute match, average match, ended with 1 spear, and then Roman got the win. It kind of feels a little downsaying because of how much Drew McIntyre just killed him for the past few weeks, and then 1 spear took out Drew McIntyre. It just kind of makes it like Drew McIntyre's just weak in the end, because Roman Reigns just hit 1 spear and then finished the match. So I'm sorry to all the Roman Reigns or Drew McIntyre lovers. I'm going to have to give this a 1 star out of 5. Well, in this match, I actually really liked this match. It was better than I really thought it would be. It was a very physical match. A good no holds barred match. Had a lot of weapons. Had the sledgehammer, the chain. 2 sledgehammers came out at the end. And it got a toolbox. Triple H used a bunch of the tools, plus he took Triple H's nose piercing out, which I found that was so genius of WWE, but kind of gross at the same time. And in the end, Ric Flair came out to revenge Batista. He gave Triple H a sledgehammer, then distracted Batista. He hit him with the sledgehammer, gave him a pedigree, and then Triple H keeps his career. He won the match. I found that this was a good match just because of what I explained. I found that it was very good that Ric Flair got his vengeance in the end against Batista. So we're probably not going to see Batista for another 5 years or something, or he's just going to quit again soon. You don't know, maybe they could have another part of the feud. Probably not. We're probably not going to see Batista or Triple H till next year. In total, I would give this a 4 stars. It was a great match. Let's go on with the next match. I'm sorry, we knew this from the beginning once this match was announced. This was an all-out, just a shitty match. It was boring. Baron Corbin somehow came out on top by hitting the end of Days on Kurt Angle, which I think was wrong. At least give him against The Undertaker, John Cena, someone. At least if Kurt Angle would lose, he'd lose to a legend, not fucking Baron Corbin. Excuse me for my language. But Kurt Angle had his farewell match. It wasn't a good match. That's not a good match to really end off your legacy with. He had a little speech at the end, which was great. The fans did the thank you Kurt thing. Did you suck one more time? It was a great, the speech was great. Match was shit. I have to give this a 1 star for sure. The Demon King. This match overall was pretty good. It was an average match. It was funny how the Demon King scared Leo Rush when he tried to attack him. They both did some pretty good moves, and then had some good back and forth moments. Both of them are talented wrestlers. It's just Bobby Lashley is beginning a pretty shady run. Even though he has won the IC Championship twice, he could be a good wrestler. He's just not showing it right now. Finn ended it with a coup de grace. The Demon King wins the Intercontinental Championship. Hopefully he doesn't lose it very quickly and he brings out this demon persona again. I would have to rank this a 3 stars. The women's main event. First time ever this is happening. The women are making history. I don't know if this was just because I was just tired, it was midnight, or it's just what I think it was. This was a plain out, just boring ass match. It had no good parts to it to me. I was just bored throughout the whole thing. I was on my phone most of the time because nothing was getting me excited. It was not the kind of match I expected it to be. I expected it to be a little more better, especially with Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey in the ring and Charlotte Flair, even though, you know how I feel about Charlotte Flair. They're still all 3 talented wrestlers. They could pull out a better match. And let me say, this is the women's main event. They're supposed to make history. Why WWE are you giving it this shitty ending of a roll-up and then Ronda Rousey's arms are up? That was so crappy. I saw that and I was like, yep, this is how you end off this WrestleMania. This WrestleMania is already not the best WrestleMania ever, but it had to end off like that. Even the crowd was delayed when the 1, 2, 3 hit down because they didn't think the match actually ended, but it did. It ended off in a controversial ending. I think that's crappy. If you're going to give the title to Becky Lynch, both the titles, and you're going to make the women make history, make it a clean win. Make her pin Ronda Rousey or Charlotte Flair or make them tap once. And yeah, I have to give this... I was going to give it 2 stars just because Becky Lynch won the match, but thinking it over now, this is a flat 1 star. I hated this match. Shouldn't have ended off WrestleMania like this. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you guys can leave a like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. If you like this series, comment down below. I'll be Wait. Am I forgetting some? Yes, I am. I'm forgetting what should have been the main event of WrestleMania. Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. This match was hyped up how it was supposed to be, hyped up perfectly. It lived up to its expectations. It lived up to everything it should have been, and it was everything that it was. Daniel Bryan had the upper hand at the start of the match, which was great. And it had such a great back and forth. It was such a great back and forth match because you just didn't know what happened. A lot of last minute kickouts where you thought Daniel Bryan would win the match, you thought Kofi Kingston was going to win the match, but then in the end, Kofi Kingston hit the his finisher move. Why can't I remember it right now? Trouble in Paradise. He hit him. He got the 1, 2, 3. The fans went berserk. The New Day went berserk. They unveiled the older title again, gave it to him, nice and shiny, so beautiful. They have new merchandise and everything. If you really want to think about it, this would have been the best ending to WrestleMania. Probably would have made WrestleMania so much better. Kofi Kingston is now the WWE champion. This is what he deserved for over 11 years now, and basically now he's gonna keep the championship, I think, for a longer time. And as the fans would scream out, Kofi Mania forever, will WrestleMania have the name of Kofi Mania. Goodbye, guys. Thank you for watching.